Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Neil.
How are you?
Good.
I,
Uh,
I think we have to take a picture here first, so let's get that out of the way
oh,
and then
what's
have a nice
that?
conversation.
Just smile. I'm going to count down when you're ready.
My glasses off. All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. You guys are good to go.
Where are you at, Daniel?
I'm in Vancouver, Washington.
Vancouver, Washington. You're right
Yeah,
around the corner.
not Canada.
I'm in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we're right around the corner. Vancouver, Washington is supposed to be beautiful, also. Anything. I love the Pacific Northwest. It's I love living up here.
Yeah, I don't like the hot weather down south.
No, this time of year, it's about as hot as I like it. Up here is kind of perfect. And, it's 78 to 82 and sunny every day. That's kind of perfect. But when it gets up to the 90s and hundreds, yeah, this Irish boy melts quite a bit.
Today I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, I love that. That's one of my favorite things I've ever done.
I love the commercial too, and there's been some controversy about it, and
Yeah, I love a little controversy. That was, I got to really kind of, in a commercial, get to say exactly how I really feel about, myself and life in the United States and being an American, and the pride that I have in being an American, and that go for it mentality that I love so much.
exactly. Yeah, work hard, get what you want.
That's right. And it was funny. Bill Maher crucified that commercial, but he said, but Neal Mcdonough was really great in it. However, it's so pro-American, it's just rubbish. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Buffering.
Let's give him a second.
Okay, it's not mine. I'm on Wi-Fi.
It was, yeah.
Neil, we've lost you. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Oh, are you back?
Momentarily. All right, I'm going to send you back to the lobby and we'll come back to it.
Oh, can you save the part that we did?
Oh,
hi.
Hi, Daniel.
Just in time. We lost you for a little bit there, Neil.
No, you lost me a little bit. Okay.
So whatever you just said, we don't know what it was, but I'm going to go back on mute.
Oh, can you hear me now, Daniel?
Yes. Yes, it's about 30 seconds and you were gone. I think you're gone again.
I think he is.
Okay, so like I said, could you save the part that we did? Or because if you send me back, then it's going to overwrite the video I get back, right? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Now we're back to normal again. Is it me freezing or is it Daniel freezing?
It's you freezing.
Okay. Well, what I was saying, you can hear me now, though, right, Daniel?
Yes.
Okay. So what I was saying is, to be able to do a commercial where I got to say what I feel, being so, pro-American and for Rush Limbaugh. Did you hear this part I was saying about Rush and Bill?
No.
Well, Bill Maher crucified the commercial, saying it was so pro-American. It was just a horrible thing. However, Neal Mcdonough was terrific in the spot. That being said, it was a terrible commercial. And then Rush Limbaugh talked about it for 2 days on his show, saying it was the greatest commercial that America's ever made. And then he had me on the show. So, I'm so pro-American. I have the attitude that, my dad came over from Ireland with $12 in his pocket and walked directly into an army office and said, "Make me an American." And they shipped him overseas for 5 years. So the work ethic that it takes to be a great American, the pride that you have to, being a great American, and giving, everything you can to make sure our country is the best that it can be in every way, shape, and form, is what I've always been like. So to do a Cadillac commercial, I will drive a GM car for the rest of my life because I love that they allowed me to stand for what I stand for and say what I feel, and to have so many people chime in about it and say, well, thank goodness someone got up there and said how we really feel about stuff was quite a blessing for me. And I love that moment in time for me.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of competitors auditioning for the commercial?
No, it was actually a company from Boston, where I'm from originally, said, "Hey, Neal, we're going to do a spec spot, and we really want you to do the spec spot. And would you do it for us?" I said, "Yeah, sure, of course." And they showed Cadillac the spec spot, and they said, "Okay, we're going to make the spot. Neal has to play that character, and let's go run with it. And that was it. So there's no one else but me ever for the spot, which was pretty awesome. I tried to put my wife and my real kids into the spot with me, and as I did in the spec, but GM said no, we don't do that. We had a commercial with Peyton Manning, and he wanted his family in there, and they nixed that because they wanted to be Peyton in this kind of imaginary world as this guy, and they wanted Neal Mcdonough to be in this kind of imaginary world, not necessarily as Neal Mcdonough. So I kind of understood it. I was kind of bummed because I really wanted Reve to be in the commercial with me and the kids. But the commercial itself was pretty darned amazing. And
they could look back and see that they were in a commercial with their father.
Yeah, that would have been really fantastic. And they're always asking, Dad, when am I going to be in something? When are you going to put me in something? I said, well, as soon as you guys all graduate from Harvard, you can do whatever you want, and I'll put you in movies.
Yeah. Now, what did you mean by spec?
So spec is this company said we have this great idea for a Cadillac commercial. So we're gonna make a commercial ourselves, pay for it ourselves, not tell Cadillac. And when it's all said and done, we're gonna send it to Cadillac and see what they think of it. So it takes it costs them quite a bit of money to put together a full actual commercial, and it looked almost like the one that you saw. Just added better lighting or better house or better this or that, and they upped it a little bit. But Cadillac loved it. It's basically an audition for Cadillac, and they loved their audition tape, and they loved it so much they said, okay, let's go shoot the real one, and let's make sure Neal Mcdonough is the star of this commercial too. So that was pretty cool. That was really awesome.
Yeah. So I heard also that there was another car initially, instead of the Cadillac ELR, there was another car initially thought to be in the commercial, and then they changed it to the ELR.
They did. That's right. I can't remember what the original car was, but that's what. Then they changed it to that because they thought that it would be good to put an electric car into that commercial, and they were right. Hopefully they'll be making tons and tons more of electric cars all around the world, which would I think be a fantastic thing for our environment.
Do you drive electric?
No, I drive a Chevy Silverado pickup truck, and I also drive a Chevy El Camino from 1981. So those are my two cars. So as soon as they come out with the Silverado electric edition, I'll be in line for that one. But I like Chevy. I'm a big Chevy guy, and I'll probably drive it. I'm sure I'll drive a Chevy for the rest of my life.
It makes sense. I drive a Chevy Volt.
Oh, that car is awesome. My problem is they don't make an electric car yet that's big enough for 7 passengers. And not just the 7 passengers, my 5 kids, my wife, and myself, but all the stuff that goes with it, and their other buddies and such. So I can slam a lot of stuff into a pickup truck. But hopefully one of these days they'll come up with a big Suburban that's electric and
well, it's just about battery cost.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And hopefully they'll figure that out soon and make it more accessible for everyone. And that would be a fantastic thing for everyone on the planet.
Yeah, agreed. And I noticed on your IMDb page, I took a quick look while I was waiting. It says February 2014 to March 2014 TV commercial Jingoy stick for the 2014 Cadillac XTS, and I think that might be a typo, unless you did that. The Cadillac XTS.
Well, I did. I was in the voice for Cadillac for 2 years, so I did probably 30 commercial spots, which were really great, which were fantastic. It was just my voice with all the different cars in the Cadillac fleet. And it was so much fun. They used amazing music, and they paid a fortune for David Bowie's music or the Stones' music, or they were really great, clever spots. And I did that for 2 or 3 years. And
wow.
So I was very, very fortunate to be able to do that with Cadillac for that long.
Yeah, I can tell it's a fond memory. I'm glad it was a success.
Yeah, absolutely.
The controversy, I think, is a good thing.
Yeah, and it came along at a time for me that I was kind of suffering. I did a TV series where I got fired from because I wouldn't kiss another woman on screen. Yeah, so at that time I was like, oh, I went about 2 years without having a really good job or anything. I lost kind of everything, house and cars and such. And then this Cadillac thing happened, and that's what put me back on the map. And that and Justified, those two things really got me back again. So I was so blessed to have the opportunity to to be with Cadillac, and also with Justified, to give me a chance to get back on television with a great character, and kind of, so it's almost like that Frank Sinatra song, I did it my way. Well, I did it my way, but I took my lumps in the chin for a couple of years. But I think the position I'm in right now is really quite fantastic, and I'm blessed to be able to have the career that I have at this moment.
Chumbawamba, I get.
That's right. It's funny. I had an old audition tape, probably 16, 17 years ago. It was, clips of all the stuff that I was in, and that's the song that I used in the clip, which is pretty funny. And how fitting it was that's been my kind of like my theme song for my career thus far. And I'll get knocked down, but I'll get up again. And that's just the dumb Irish that I am. I can't stay down on the canvas for too long. I got to get back up.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been great. It's really great.
That's when I first saw you, was that commercial, and then I looked back and you were on Star Trek First Contact, and you were.
That's right.
Borg. So.
Yeah, Star Trek was great. To be with Patrick Stewart and company was such an honor. They're great people, all of them, and what a blessing it was to have that. On my whole career, if I look back, I start to think, holy smokes, how did I get all that stuff? And I ask God all the time, how have I achieved so much stuff? And and I thank Him every day for all that I have achieved, and all that I've been able to see in my life, which is pretty, amazing and fantastic, and very fortunate and blessed.
Yes, totally agree.
Yeah.
I have to be the same way, except not with acting, with banking.
With banking?
It was with investing. Yeah.
Oh, very good. So yeah, investing is never something I'm if you can find out what you're good at in life, stick to it. So what's your tip in investing?
Buy low, sell high. Don't chase into gaps, into rising stock prices. You'll get hurt.
And any stocks in particular that I should be looking at?
Well, I think for a safe bet, I think Ford has been beaten down a lot, and I don't know about GM, but I know Ford has been just beaten down a lot. They have a lot of upside with their electric lineup coming up.
Yeah, I think they're under $10 a stock now, I think.
Yeah, they're like 7. They went all the way down to 4. And now
yeah, exactly.
So for a safe, kind of a large cap stock, I think that would be something to look at.
And you got one more?
Tesla is way too high right now, but you never know.
$1,500 a stock. It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, but I think it's going to keep going. I get this feeling that Tesla's going to get to, 3,000 a share at some point. I think.
Yes.
He's just killing it. He just doesn't take no for an answer.
I know. It's not a car company. It's a software company.
That's right. That's exactly right. You have to look at it that way. It's a tech company.
For the future, what services they'll bring to other manufacturers, they could be self-driving to other manufacturers.
That's right.
The charging, their superchargers, he's open to having them being used by other vehicles. So yeah. Yeah,
that and Nikola Trucks. I think that those two, they're amazing companies.
Yeah.
Well, it's been really a pleasure just getting to meet you. No. It's I'm not sure how much time we have left or how much we've gone on for, but I know
it keeps on resetting.
Yeah, that's right.
Soon. One quick question. The remote at the end. One was Nestpa.
Nestpa, yeah.
And one was Booyah.
Booyah. Booyah is a very good. I like the term Booyah quite a bit. But Nestpa was that was such a great little wink. I just love that whole spot and what that said. It was one of my favorite. Definitely top 3 favorite things I ever did was that Cadillac commercial.
Agree.
Yeah, it was great. Well, I'm going to look at Ford. I'm going to maybe buy a few shares of it, and hopefully I'll see you one of these days soon. We'll talk about it. We'll have a few giggles about it.
Oh, sure, at Comic-Con. All right.
Yeah. Well, Daniel, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and God bless you.
Yeah, you as well.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.